Hello, my name is Cathy Moore from Climate Museum UK. I've been working with my colleague Bridget Mackenzie and Colchester and Ipswich museums to develop new approaches to learning for the Wild About Essex project. We've worked on two topics, and this video is on Imagine Futures for Key Stage 3 and the other one is on Outstanding Oysters for Key Stage 2. Both of these topics, however, can be adapted for use with other key stages. This video will explain the planning behind and the first pilot of Imagine Futures for Schools in the Colchester area. In early 2026, Bridget and Ruth Catlow from Furtherfield developed and facilitated a pilot project at a local school, being supported by their geography teachers to deliver the workshop and engage the students. We foresee that each school running this activity in the future would customise the template developed within the pilot, bringing their own take on local issues and future scenarios. In this project, we aim to build on our experience of working in imaginative ways with schools using a cross-curricular integrated approach. Many, if not all, teachers are aware of the growing climate anxiety among some of their students, and we hope that this activity will also help address students' anxiety and give them the tools to make a difference. Before embarking on Imagine Futures, here are some general terms, definitions, key concepts and ideas in ecology and conservation that will be important going ahead. It's also useful to have some awareness of distinctive local wildlife and to appreciate that humans are animals that are part of nature and not separate from it, and that we have shared needs and interdependencies with other species. Colchester museums are working on more resources to help you with this, which will be available in due time. It's up to you on how you think this context setting is best done for your students. It could happen as part of a standalone Imagine Futures session, be covered across geography lessons, or be a prior learning session within the school. Now for some local context. Have any of your students heard of Essex Wildlife Trust? How many of them have visited their reserves? What do your students think might be part of the Essex Local Nature Plan? On this slide, you can see the Essex Nature Partnership's targets for 2030, and we've added some further explanations to help your students understand what these targets mean. These targets include asking the developers, builders, businesses and politicians to create more green spaces while also building fewer roads and buildings that are not nature friendly. Farmers and food producers to use fewer chemicals, let soils recover, plant hedges and trees and dig ponds. And for the public visiting these wildlife sites to be encouraged to be careful, to volunteer to help with conservation and help increase biodiversity wherever they can. These targets are about making everyone aware of why nature is important and making it easier and more appealing to visit green spaces. And key actions for those delivering the plan are about communicating with different groups of people. Here, this is the future scenario that we used for the pilot. You can refine this for your group and your specific requirements. For example, if your school is close to the proposed Norwich to Tilbury National Grid upgrade, there would be lots to discuss there, including how to balance national against local human and wildlife threats and needs. In our pilot scenario, these cards were examples of key species that we chose for the Essex coastal habitat. In addition to those seen on this and the next slide, we included osprey, English oak, yellow rattle, and the Colchester native oyster. By the way, if you're interested in learning more about that species in detail, please see the other video for teachers that we've made. You'll see here that we've also created a card for humans too. All these cards are intended to get students thinking about a variety of species in a habitat and thinking about life from the point of view of other species. Using the chosen species cards, we took the students on an imaginative journey to think and feel as though they were another species. This exercise was adapted from an immersive role-playing adventure called The Treaty of Finsbury Park. This immersive adventure is set in the future when all flora and fauna have risen up to demand equal rights with humans. By participating in this exercise, people quickly learnt about the creatures they played and were able to represent the needs and talents of the animals. We've adapted this for use with Imagine Futures, and in this video we'll share a few parts of the meditation. Ideally, the meditation is undertaken outside in a green space. If it's performed indoors, clear a space and sit or stand in a circle. Through the use of their imagination and a bonding ritual, participants are encouraged to enter the bodies and minds of their chosen species by tuning into their experience, exploring what it's like to be them, and living the lives of their species. So here's an edited part of the script of the bonding ritual and the meditation to give you a small taste of the whole thing. Hold out your hands in front of you with the palms up. In your right hand, you see a small version of yourself exactly as you are now, sitting in the palm of your hand. Observe how you look and what you are made of. Notice your human feelings and thoughts. Now look to your left hand and see the species that you have chosen. Observe how they look and feel. Invite these two beings to turn towards each other and to regard each other with friendly curiosity. We are now ready to bond. Slowly, gently bring your hands together, cupping them, to introduce your human self into the body and mind of your new species. Now bring your palms together. When they are fully together, start to rub them till you feel a good, strong bonding heat. Then when you are ready, clap your hands to enter your new body in the multi-species universe. Take a deep breath and settle into your new body. How does it feel? Start at the surface of your body. Turn your attention there. What is the surface of your body like? Do you feel warm or cold right now? Do you have a skeleton? How big are you? Try to feel the things that your species would feel. Are you supported by the ground? Are you part of the ground? Are you floating or flying? How does gravity feel to your body? Move your attention to the middle or center of your body. Do you have a belly or a stem? Do you breathe into or sway from your center? Do you have a spine? Now move your attention to the top of your body. Whatever the top of your body is for you. Do you feel the sun or the wind? Or are you underground or underwater? After the meditation, students worked in groups on a manifesto for the land, water and air of Essex. Again, this template can be customised. In the pilot, students, on behalf of the wildlife, said things like, "Our worries are that climate change and pollution will ruin the earth. We call on you to stop pollution, stop using herbicides, stop overfishing, stop global warming, work smarter, not harder, build upwards, not outwards." And this slide shows some of the feedback from students after the pilot. They found the experience to be positive and informative, although found it did take some getting used to, as the ways of learning and thinking in this session were unfamiliar compared to their regular classroom teaching. This pilot was conducted in a classroom, whereas an outdoor setting would have proven more ideal. Alongside an outdoor setting, an immersive indoor location would also be great help. The Colchester Natural History Museum has just begun its refurbishment project, but once complete, the museum will provide opportunities for this activity to be conducted in a more active way, as well as allowing students to engage with the subject in a more contextual manner. And now I'm going to hand over to Chris from Colchester Museums to give a background to the project.
The Colchester Natural History Museum first opened its doors in 1957, but its history dates back 800 years before that, as it's actually housed in a Grade II listed medieval church. From the museum's inception, it has focused on all aspects of British natural history with special reference to Essex. From the ancient past, when dinosaurs ruled the earth, to the present day and the risks of modern climate change. Telling the story of the rich biodiversity of Essex is achieved through our rich natural history collections, which tells stories unique to Colchester and the surrounding area, and contains specimens of national significance. The collections include taxidermy, skeletons, minerals, bugs and insects, plants, and of course my personal favourite, fossils, including the remains of mammoths and the largest shark to have ever existed, Megalodon. The museum is now in the early stages of a large-scale redevelopment project made possible by the National Lottery Heritage Fund. While the doors to the museum are shut, this video, alongside other learning and outreach events, will allow for the Colchester Natural History Museum to promote our natural history even while our doors are shut. Thank you so much for listening. This video was put together in collaboration with Climate Museums UK and Colchester Museums and was made possible through funding from the National Lottery Heritage Fund.